Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Nothing more fun than playing around with a TransTrem, and that's what we do. TransTrem Thursday, a couple of little Van Halen TransTrem licks to get us going. TransTrem Thursday, we take a TransTrem enabled guitar and we just play around with some licks, and then we just have some fun the rest of the night. And yeah, here we are. It is February 1st. Year is flying by, isn't it? February 1st, 8:12 p.m., and we are ready to go. Let's get some boys in here, and let's get started. First off, we have Mr. John Deshay. Coming in hot. Welcome,
hey,
welcome, sir. How was your day?
Busy. Started at 4 a.m. I'm tired. but I'm
Nice.
good.
Uh-oh, we got a little bit of an echo from you, I think.
How's that?
Okay, that's better. Must have your phone going or something.
Right here.
Did you have me in stereo going there? A little delay on the
Stereo.
phone? Right.
Well, I was playing while you were playing, so
I got you. Well, let's hear. Let's hear what you were doing.
cacophony.
Were you?
What's that? It was nothing. I was just. Uh-oh. Just getting
Let's
the
hear.
fingers warmed up a bit.
Let's hear the transposing feature of that guitar.
Those are those Klein strings too.
Oh, are they?
It just works on the G, D and B.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's not bad. Let's hear how Get Up sounds a little bit.
It doesn't go that far though. It only goes up because otherwise my bar would be up like this.
I got
so
you.
It only goes up to.
That's not bad. I mean, and those, if anybody's wondering what you're talking about, there were some strings that we had heard about when I think it was Andy Yabek was on here, right?
Correct.
He told us about some strings that supposedly were transposing strings. So you bought a set.
Two
and
of them.
That's those right there, right?
That is, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
They don't stay in tune worth a shit though.
well, I mean, what can you do?
That's
So,
right.
I mean, it sounds pretty cool. My my email had been blowing up with people telling me about this trim on a Fender style Strat guitar, where it will transpose. It won't lock in different positions, but it'll transpose, and it looks pretty cool. So, I mean, you can do it, and you can do some Get Up or something with it. But I don't know.
Well, it's all about the range of motion too, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if this had a cutaway, because I mean, it's basically there's just a deck and that's it. So your floating's above the deck.
Yep.
Then you could get a little more fun out of it. But.
Yep. Well, I haven't seen the exact workings of that bridge yet, but I'm assuming that it has some type of attention in the bridge that it's working with. So who knows? There's people coming up with all kinds of new and crazy ideas. Speaking of which, saw a lot of stuff from the NAMM stuff. A lot of new stuff and crazy ideas there. So let's see. We got one more waiting to get in here. Let's get him in here, Mr. Symmetry Trade. Yeah. What is up, sir? Cheers, brother. I am having coffee tonight in my Mr. cup, so everyone should call me Mr. tonight. Mr. Oh, you wait one too.
Are you one of those guys where caffeine doesn't affect you?
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
I can have a cup of coffee before I go to sleep, and I don't do it often, but yeah, I fall right to sleep. Doesn't bother me much.
Right on.
Well, welcome in, guys.
Good to be here. Another Thursday fun day.
Yeah, another Thursday, TransTrem Thursday fun day. So let's get started. Let's get over here, and we're going to give a big, huge thanks and shout out to Headless USA. Check out www.headlessusa.com and Reverb Shop Headless USA. So if you're looking for something to jam around on some Van Halen tunes and you want to TransTrem guitar, go check out Headless USA. Natalie over there, of course, she's been on the show a few times, and we're thinking that she might be able to come on next week.
Yeah.
So let's look forward to that. But
Always fun with her.
Yeah, been a big help with anything that I need. It's where I get my strings, and I'm looking at a few things for this guitar as well. I had already got the roller saddles from her, so I got those in this guitar, and that really smoothed things out quite a bit. Next thing I'm gonna be looking for is a pickup ring. This one is, it's not in bad shape, but it's a little kind of misshapen up top there from age. And then some knobs. These are a little crusty looking. So do that. And then, of course, strings for the guitars and so forth. So Natalie over at headlessusa.com or reverb.com, shop Headless USA. If you're looking for anything headless, go check it out. So, all right. So let's get here to the next item up for bid. is a big thanks to our channel members. We do have channel membership here on the channel, and that has been a humongous help and a big support from all the supporters. We thank each and every one of you for your channel support. Channel membership is a join button over there somewhere under the video. You can find that, or there is a link right in the description. If you'd like to help support the channel and help support what we do, we greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So big thank you. We have already got 61,000 watching and we're 5 minutes in. So welcome in everybody. Let's get over to the chat.
Go out on a high.
Yeah, go out on a high. Let's get over to the chat and we're going to say hello to everybody here.
We can hit 70. Keep going.
What's that?
We can hit 70. Come on, keep going.
Yeah, tell your friends. Sign in on your phones. Do some refreshes. And,
Still a few regular names that, now they're coming in.
Give us a whole bunch of likes and all that good stuff. Thumbs up. If you give us a thumbs down, make sure you hit it twice just to be sure that it counts. So let's get over here. Let's see. First in today was channel member Stephen Franklin. Yo, boys, can't wait for the show tonight. Welcome in, Mr. Franklin. We then had a very, very early Fruitcake Tony was in.
What?
He was about 4 hours early, right when I put the show up. So welcome in, Mr. Fruitcake Tony. And obviously, everybody here probably knows who and where and how Mr. Fruitcake Tony is around. So if you don't, check out his link down in the description. He's got a show coming up on Saturday, and that is called Show Me Your Pick. He goes on at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Tuesdays, he does Halenville for everything Van Halen and trivia both nights. Halenville will have a single question trivia. And
It's nearly impossible.
Nearly impossible. I think he's getting tired of giving out all these picks and stuff, so he's making it harder on us.
Gotta keep it fresh. Fresh.
And then on Saturdays, coming up, he'll do the 10 shot. So you got best out of 10 on the trivia. You'll get a little prize pack, and it's always good stuff. I've gotten, let's see, here's what is that? $1 million Van Halen bucks. And I've gotten another 1971 D quarter from Tony recently. So that just means I got to get another Frankie guitar to put it on, right?
Oh,
so
Remind me tonight.
Oh, yeah, an enveloping.
You got an enveloping? All right. Got some cool stuff on Tony's trivia. Got a
QFJ.
David Lee Roth backstage that I got. Let's see. Cool. Also got a Heart backstage.
That was a great tour. I saw that tour.
Let's see. Got some cool older Van Halen backstage stuff. WDFA. We all know what that means.
Right.
Let's see. Also got a nice cool Rat one there one time. Some of this came in a little bundle
Christ,
here. So
you need to go to the retire your jersey and put it up in the rafters.
No, I think Mr. Sova has the record over there.
Yeah.
He's kinds of good stuff. I think this was one of the first cool ones that I won was this Balance support sticker there.
Very cool.
So got all that over here, and I got to get it all framed and put up and cool and on the wall and all that good stuff.
Do you have a butt cheek sticker?
I got one somewhere.
A cheek sticker and a pick.
Yeah, there's I've gotten a couple of picks from him, old bagger. So cool stuff, man. Cool stuff.
Great crew over there. All of the guys.
Oh, look at there. I actually have another bag over here too. So it's a really, really fun time over there at Fruitcake Tony's. Make sure you go over, check him out, give him some support, some love, support the community, and
the
sure
panel's great and the chat is great too.
Yeah,
lots of fun
always,
all the time.
always a good time over there for sure. Let's see. Let's get back over here. Let's welcome in Dan Gorman. How's it going, Mr. Gorman? We got channel member Rob Blackmore Officials hanging out. Welcome in, Rob.
New guitar.
It's Alien Rob Blackmore Official.
Right,
Rob?
right.
How's that new guitar treating you, buddy?
Yeah, let us know in the chat there, Rob, how that guitar is doing. We've got Jonathan McCulloch is hanging out. He says he'll be watching in the morning. He's working tonight. Take it easy. Maybe you can get a couple little watches in tonight. We got Mr. Mick is here as well. Welcome in, Mr. Mick. Mr. Stephen Franklin, we said hello, but he's going to be lurking about. Channel member Bruce, Mr. BHB Jr., welcome in.
Right on.
Channel member Patty Dill is here
Patty
saying
in the
hello to OU812, to Jonathan, to Mr.
Speedy
Mick,
recovery.
to Bruce, to Mr. Franklin. And she didn't say anything at all to Trev and John, so screw you guys.
Doesn't like us.
You keep scrolling, keep scrolling. It comes up.
I know. Patty knows I'm kidding. We got R2R3 Locking Nuts saying hello, channel member. Maybe he'll jump in later. I don't know. I know he's working most Thursdays. There's Mr. Butt Cheeks. Brendan B. Squared is here. Says hello there. Welcome in, sir.
It's getting
Welcome in.
close, isn't it, for the deep ice plunge?
Going for the ice plunge. Yep. And if you need details on that, go check out Tony's channel. He's got it all over there. There's Cushman NYC is hanging out with us. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Kush.
We got channel member Fur Burful hanging out. Welcome in.
Fur.
Let's see. There's William De Silva hanging out. Let's see. Who else do we got? Bless
Wow,
you.
that had a good report on it.
Let's see. Looking.
See now.
Everybody saying hello to everybody. Let's see. Who else? Mr. Mick. Did we catch Mr. Mick? We're going to catch him right now. Welcome in, Mr. Mick. Let's see. Who else is hanging out with us? There's Symmetry in the chat. There's Seth from Presley, California Customs, saying, sup, fam?
I think Mr. Coombs got a guitar from him recently.
I was just about to say, I watched that video. He's got that cool purple Strat style looking thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a TransTrem on it, so a little disappointed, Seth. I mean, come on.
Seth is Charles's co-host with the Guitar Safaris on Friday nights. And
Absolutely. Charles's channel is also down in the description, so make sure we give him some love. Charles is growing fast.
75.
Yeah.
Charles 75 in. But Charles needs some more subscribers. So anybody that hasn't subscribed, go over, tell your friends. Does some cool stuff with the fabric topping over there.
Yeah, go through the whole list of our supporters and just subscribe to them, even if you don't.
All of them.
Just subscribe.
Yep. Share it all
hurt,
on
yeah.
your Facebooks, your Instagrams, and all that. And make sure you share us in there too. But yeah, everybody
Us
down
first.
there.
I'll actually post a link to his channel
There we go.
in the chat.
Awesome. We got Can't Drive 55 is here as well. Welcome. Wayne McConnell's hanging out. Welcome in. There's channel member Time Surfing Alien is here. Let's see who else we got. There's channel member Ed. He's going to be on his phone lurking, so he's saying hello to everyone. Welcome in, Ed.
Poor bastards got the flu.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Better,
right.
brother.
I saw his
Told him to
post
just
about.
just go sit in the tub.
Yeah, I saw his post
all
about
come
how to
out.
lose 10 to 15 pounds, and he says,
Yeah,
get the flu like I've got. We got Timothy Lay is here. Welcome in. Let's see who else is hanging out. There's Jeff H., channel member. Jim Carrey needs to do a guitar movie called Strum and Strummer.
Where's your buttons?
Right? There we go.
There it is.
Let's see. Who else is hanging out with us? There's channel member Paul Lee Walnuts is here. Welcome in. We've got lots of folks here. Let's see.
70. We hit it, Trev. Okay,
Right
shut her
on.
down.
It's going. It's still going. Let's go 80. Come on. I'm not even done roll call yet.
Sign in on your phones. Yostinator says, paint that thing white. You know, I'm thinking about doing something with it. It's got these little holes here, from the pickup that was in it before by a previous owner. I was thinking of keeping it, stock, getting the holes filled, and then refinishing it with the matte finish that it originally
So
came with.
not a fabric top then.
No, not a fabric top on this. But I don't know. Should I keep it original? Should I do a white, like a white line kind of thing? I think his was
Beretta?
I think his had two pickups in it though, didn't it? But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of leaning towards keeping it, factory stock and going back with a matte finish on it. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Who else is here? There's Mr. Sova. Christopher Live is here.
Hey, buddy.
He's saying hello to the 44 T's.
I'm
And
just going to skip ahead for a quick one.
Say good.
I'm just going to skip ahead for a quick one.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, you went to just broke my heart. Oh, sorry. I do have other guitars that,
Yep. Plenty of things you get fabric wrapped in.
Yeah, plenty of things for you to choose from, Charles.
Steinberger is
So.
not one of them. Right, that's
Mr.
like putting
Ferg.
humbuckers in a telly. Just saying.
Mr. Ferd says 11 more days to his 69th birthday. Right on,
69.
man. Right on.
Finally.
Right on. Well, happy, what do you call that? Prefaced birthday?
Pre-birthday.
Yeah. All right, let's see who else we got in here. Let's see. Charlena's here saying
Nice.
good night. I guess she's leaving. Good night, all.
Oh, what? Hi, bye.
Enough of you.
I'm bye. She's like, I'm
Thanks
out
for
of
coming
here.
out. Hit that thumbs on your way out.
She's looking for some good strings tonight. We'll see what we can do. Han 36 Solo is rocking out with us tonight. Welcome in, welcome in. Zach Thong is here. Good to see you, man. Good to
Hey,
see
Zach.
Zach.
Let's see. There's channel member Randy Price. What's up, Phil Axe Slingers? Good to see you, man. There's Kurt 5150. Good evening, gents. Having Mugu Gapan tonight for John Deshae. Oh man. Let's see. Oh, and we got Loafer Beans official 1% Indian Oatmeal is here. Welcome in.
Awesome.
Ryan Fraley's here. Welcome. Let's see. Edwin Crane's hanging out. There's Graphite Cigars. Welcome in.
buddy.
GC,
Hey,
good to
Graphite.
see you.
Hey,
Good to
brother.
see you. There's channel member Charles 75 in. Welcome. Welcome. We're going to be 45 minutes getting through everybody that's here. Kevin Bibbs is here. Welcome.
Kevin.
Let's see. Andy Yabek is here. Evening, gentlemen. Man, his ears must have been burning. We were just talking
Right.
about you.
And you only said it once. It's not like you said it 3
Yeah.
times.
Andy, if you got a few minutes, jump in tonight. Send me an email. Email's over there if you want to jump in.
Oh, I can put it in the chat.
Yeah,
Might have Andy
love
might
to
have
have
a
you
little information from stuff at NAM. I haven't really watched any of the NAM stuff. I've seen a couple pictures, but I purposely haven't really been following it because I wanted to kind of go and just kind of watch it all at one time. But yeah, Andy, if you got any news or anything, man, send me an email. We'll get you in here tonight.
Emails in
Let's
the
see.
chat.
Edwin Crane, I think we said hello. We're going to say it again. Let's see. Who else? Who else is hanging out? Anybody that I missed? There's Dory McMahon.
Hi, Dory.
Watch you weekly with Jeff. Right on. Welcome in. It's good to see these new faces coming in. We appreciate everybody sharing the channel and spreading the word.
Speaking of which, I don't have the name handy, but the website that Jeff H. altered something or other, the YouTube channel. Anyways, I checked that out. I'm subscribed over there now.
Right
Pretty
on.
killer
Yeah.
stuff if you like that.
Yep,
crime
I
stuff.
subscribed over there. Were you able to get the link in last week before I ended the stream?
I did.
Okay, maybe throw it in there again.
To
Big-
Dory's or to Jeff's?
to
Oh, I think I had to go to his channel, and then I went.
yeah, it was the. I was just watching it a little bit ago because they were live right before I went live.
Same, exactly.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't. Presumed innocent or something like, I don't know. My memory is terrible with that kind of thing.
Jeff
But welcome
H. is
in,
here.
Dory.
Plug it. Yeah, plug
Yeah,
the
yeah.
channel.
We got Cheech hanging out. We got Deputy Van Halen is here. Welcome in,
Nice.
fellas. We've got, let's see, I think we got Christopher Lasova already. Welcome in again. Channel member Nelson Rodriguez, who is alive and well. Welcome in.
Right
Channel
on.
member Brian Mooney is here.
Is the name of
let's
that channel? It's a criming shame.
Nope.
No.
I gotta back it up. 4 more links, so I'm one more
see.
link.
Let me check in my feed.
There's Bo, Guitar Man 45, channel member. Welcome in. Channel member Bryce Regal's here. And we got the whole gang here tonight. I want to welcome everybody. There's Jeff H. once again, channel member.
Allegedly innocent, Trev.
Allegedly innocent. There it is. There it
Well,
is.
John, if you got it there, you can just copy the URL bar there.
Yeah, you can throw it in there.
Right.
There's
Save me looking it up.
Gretch Zeppelin is here. Channel member Jimmy Bider is hanging out. Man, we're going to be 45 minutes getting through everybody that's here. There's Stephen Monch Misselli is here. Welcome in. Josh Tanberg. Tanberg,
Right on.
sorry.
Rod
Right on. Let's see who else is hanging out with us. I think we've got just about everybody. There's channel member Steve Brand is hanging out. Welcome in. There's Uneffin' Believable. Welcome. And I think Papa Blue. There's Papa Blue hanging out. Welcome. Let's see. All right, there's the link at True Crime Jewels. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. Everybody go over, check that out. Give a sub over there. Pretty cool stuff over there. Interesting stuff. We've got channel member Herb of Fireside Studio just jumped in. Welcome in. All right, I'm caught up. Want to welcome everybody. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. I know that you probably have better things you could be doing, but we appreciate everybody hanging out
Thursday,
here.
you got nothing to do.
Yeah,
Kurt's coming in from on the road, so
right on. All right, let
doing,
me check in.
one of those driving and listening things.
Check in and see if we got anything here. Yeah, all right. We're going to get Andy to jump in here.
Right on.
So give us just a minute.
A surprise guest.
It's been a minute since we've had Andy in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was
Really enjoyed
talking to I was talking to my wife about the Thailand incident, and she promptly informed me that it wasn't Thailand. It was Vietnam, Saigon to be precise.
Ah.
Oh,
So, yep.
So this is actually a true story. You weren't just making this up.
Oh no, it is true.
how many months did you spend over there? You and your wife went over there for a long time. Right?
Oh, that makes it even funnier.
So yeah, it's not Thai, it's Vietnamese.
Goodness. All right. All right. So we got an invite sent to Andy. So we'll get him in here, maybe get some updated news from him. And so, yeah, cool stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, I really look forward to chatting with him.
Yep. So let's see what's going on in the chat. We got a lot of stuff
going on?
over here. Looks like Bo is chasing down a Les Paul Lifeson. Let's see.
Yeah, I think he's got one. They sent him one.
Yeah,
Really?
he does have one.
He's got the Epiphone version, though. Maybe
Correct.
he's looking for the true Gibson.
That's all there is,
version.
isn't it?
Well, no, there was an original Gibson one many moons ago, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Edwin's restoring a 1990 RG550, but I'm here
Right on.
anyway. He got tired of looking at that flat neck on that Ibanez.
You know, speaking of Ibanez, I'm not a huge fan of those
Right.
at all. But Steve, joins
Yeah.
us here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got every one of them known to man.
I
Right.
noticed.
There was one that he had that was it just looked like a regular, this kind of shape type of deal, and it had a mahogany body on it.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes! I bought that off of him right away. That was years ago, and I played that for a long time. It really sounded great.
But you don't have it anymore.
Oh no, I couldn't deal with the neck, right?
So Rob has finally said that she's sweet as cherry, resonant and sustained for miles. Feels and sounds awesome. Right on, man.
Right on.
Awesome,
Enjoy that thing.
very cool. man.
Cheech says, can anyone get on the show with a cell phone? Cell phone, I guess, is okay. That would be on Sundays. Typically, Thursdays are kind of reserved for a specific topic. But yeah, feel free to jump on if you can get your guitar to sound good through your cell phone. Let's see. What else is going on? Jeff says it was in Vietnam, so that changes everything. Not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have Mr. Andy Yabek is here. Welcome in.
Hey, Andy.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to have you back on, man. Thought he was frozen there for a minute. Can you hear us okay? Oh,
Yeah.
we can't hear him.
It's okay. You'll have this
We'll figure
sorted
it
in
out.
2 seconds.
Troubleshooting channel.
Yep, can't hear you. Can't hear you. No audio.
up.
No audio.
It's coming.
Check your settings. See
Think
what
he's got-
phone you've selected for StreamYard.
Got like a little. There
Oh,
we go.
yes.
Now we got him.
I
Yeah.
know.
Excellent.
Welcome in, sir. Good
See
to
you,
see
Andy.
you. Good to see you. How you been?
How's now? There we go.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. You're good. You're good.
There we go.
Sound
Good
like
to
an
see you
air
guys.
traffic
Sorry.
controller.
Doing good. How about you guys?
Doing very well. I think we got a little bit of a
Yeah, I
lag
figured I'd
delay.
grab there. Do I? There. Runway 29. Runway 29.
Right. Yeah.
Do we? Sorry about that.
Yeah. That's about what 5, 6
Is that
seconds.
not good?
delay?
I can try changing my mics, but usually the headset is better.
No, I think it's a delay from you hearing us. I don't know if you're listening to us through YouTube or if you're trying to do it through StreamYard. Let's give him 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Not helping at all?
Oh yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. Yep.
Still not synced up with this.
We could hear you better with the mic set
Okay.
on.
Doing good. I could hear you guys. You might not have been able to hear me.
Yeah,
I think you need to put the headset back on.
yeah, headset. Yep. Let's give him 7 seconds to hear that.
That's the first issue, and then we'll resolve the latency issue.
All right. When you drop out, I'll drop out. I'll fix this one back in, guys.
Okay.
That
All right.
could work. Yeah.
All right.
Right on.
So we'll see Andy in just a bit. But hopefully he has some cool information maybe from NAM that
Right.
we are not aware of. So I know
Even
that
if he doesn't, he's such a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I know that saw a few pictures. We watched Under the Bus Boys last night, and Caleb shared a bunch of pictures from when he was there at NAM. He had a picture of him and Jeff Babbitts, who is one of the OGs from the Steinberger factory. He's the one that put Eddie's guitar together, and he's actually the one that restored my GL2T that I've got back there. So no telling what he was doing there. Maybe just walking around, seeing what's going on. I know that Ned Steinberger Design was there as well. So it'd be interesting to see maybe what is going on with that. All right, let's try this again. Mr. Andy's back in. Let's see if we got him here.
Any better?
We can hear you just fine.
You
I
still
think
getting
you have
A
like,
lag?
you've got about a 7-second delay before you hear us, it seems like.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we
Sorry,
may do
this-
is we may,
This is going to be weird. So then I'll just jump on, but I can jump in a little bit.
yeah, what I'll do is I'll just, ask a
Stop
question and then we'll shut up and then we'll let you answer and then we'll kind of just deal with it. Is there any is there any new news that you know of from the NAM? We know that Jeff was there. We saw some pictures of NS Design with some prototype stuff. Do you have any information to enlighten us with?
You should do a Telegram thing too. So
Yeah,
say
Ned
stop.
basically unveiled what they're calling his skunk works. And so he's been custom designing stuff the entire time. Even though nothing's come out with Steinberger proper through Gibson, he's been tinkering in his shed. And so these things he's kind of decided to kind of bring through the market, even though NS Design is mostly boat instruments. You do have the radius bass, but these things that he came out with are a little bit more off the beaten path. What they showed at the show was a all composite guitar and bass. They call it the Fin, the PHIN. It's 100% composite. Fingerboard is composite. Fan fret system. He custom designed all the hardware. It's got a custom designed EMG pickup in it. It's got multiple coils in it. So if you go online and look at any picks, we posted some stuff in some of our Facebook groups, but if you come across any of those picks, basically it's got a switching system. So you can go ahead and switch the coils. I think there's 3 separate coils in it that you can do in any combination. So they haven't said whether that's coming out with production or anything, but that's what they're leaning towards. They're trying to get that on the market, and just wanted to see what the interest was at NAM, and there seemed to be a fair amount of interest in it. So that'll be neat.
Okay, very, very cool. I saw a lot of the pictures. Natalie from Headless USA had an article that was written up about headless guitars, and at the end of that article there was a picture of the Fin, and it looked like a really, really cool guitar. The first thing that I told her was slap a TransTrem on that thing and I am in. I noticed that a few pictures from NAM, we saw the bass and we saw the Fin guitar. But over in the back, leaning up against a wall, we saw what looked like an older ZT3 maybe guitar, and it had some kind of prototype bridge on it. Do you know anything about that?
Stop.
That was actually the NS Radius guitar. They had shown that at the show, I think in 2020, with a hardtail. And that's part of the Skunkworks projects too. And so they, what you saw on that was a trem on the Radius guitar. They've been debating bringing that to market as well. So I'm not sure, you could kind of see an arm on it. So, you know, a little, perhaps a transposing piece on it. The fin actually got more of a lot of the attention at the show, and so that kind of fell under the radar.
Well, this is rough.
So yeah, so Ned's working on some stuff and trying to get some things out. Obviously, Gibson, they don't. He's got some stuff brewing. I can't say all that I know. I don't know everything. We've got, but I wonder.
Well, whatever he's saying is still secret. We can't hear him. Yeah.
Feedback, especially if there's interest in that, feel free to email info. Oh shoot!
Yeah.
You can't hear me?
Andy,
how about now?
Well, we're getting you coming in and out. It's like you're on like
you're on Mars.
You're on a 300 baud dial-up AOL connection or something.
Mars can.
So it's just really, really difficult for us to understand what you're saying. I think you said something like that.
Satellite connection.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult to hear. Maybe.
So we could actually say sun flares.
Could be. Maybe we'll have to designate.
Guy.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to designate another time for you to come on and tell us that information, because I'm all ready to hear it.
Right.
Got it. Sorry.
Okay, there we go. Well, thank you for coming on, Andy. We'll try it again soon. Andy Yabek, everybody.
Nuts.
That's a man who needs broadband.
Yes.
GoFundMe for
Believe
fiber.
you me, I am, the first one that wanted to hear everything that he heard or everything that he said. So our apologies to the chat.
I mean, that was kind of like putting together a puzzle and you find out you're missing 4 or 5 pieces of the puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Like Mr. Blackmore says, it's kind of like a war report from fucking Beirut.
Right? Yeah. It's like, what? Who's attacking us? What?
Right.
So
I was thinking maybe he had his settings set too high and his computer couldn't handle it.
Don't know.
Do that too, right?
So he says, sorry, not sure why the all technical snafus. No worries, man. We'll get you back on soon.
Still good to see you, brother.
Like I said,
really
Natalie's planning to come on next Thursday, I'm hoping. So maybe Andy would get that sorted out and get you back on here with Natalie next week, and we can hear some cool stuff. I did hear that he has some news that he can't share with us. That's kind of secret, but it's good to see that a lot of that stuff Ned is bringing that stuff out. I would really, really like to see, some of this stuff in production. He said that was the NS Radius guitar and did have a trim. Let's schedule time to chat when I've got my link figured out. Right on, man. Cool. Right on, Andy. And he's saying, have a good night, everyone. So appreciate Andy jumping in with us. All right. Anything else going on in the chat?
Well, Charles Green is here.
Charles Green. Welcome in, Charles Green. Channel member.
Mr. Green.
Charles Green in the channel membership Green. Welcome in, man. Let's see. Edwin Crane is here. Did I get Edwin Crane? We're going to get him again.
Did he die?
No. I think he's alive and well. Let's see. Anybody else that I missed while we were looking at those technical difficulties? I don't think so.
Not that I noticed.
No.
And if you are here and I didn't notice you, you're important to us.
Yeah, there's Bonkers.
Bonkers.
Bonkers
That's right.
kind of snuck in. Welcome in, Bonkers. All right. So, let's see. Oatmeal being screwing with the servers on stream. You know, he is a beta tester. You know, one of the first, if not the first. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's see. Edwin says that he's dead alive. Right on. So, well, let's see. That's information from Nam. I was hoping to get a little more than that. We didn't. You know, you think that I'd schedule these shows a little bit better, but you know,
Right.
ever since watching Live Without a Net when I was a kid, everything I do is live without a net.
Right.
Speaking of Live Without a Net, should I play a little bit?
Yeah, I gotta get a beer and I'll be ready.
Anybody mind?
Are you going to do a tune?
Sure. You want to
Okay,
do something?
No, I'm going to go for a smoke while you do it.
Okay. What should I do? Let's see.
Just hanging around living local parking lots. Oh, checking out all the girls, see what they got. Wow, they love it. When me and the boys wanna play some live with them human toys. Wow, we wind them up, let them go. Wow, oh yeah. Snow's getting old. Hey, next year I'll head out for the coast. What do you say, fellas? That might just call for a toast. Now what do you say? I'm gonna line. You grab that pole. I'll lead you down a little fishing hole. Wow, them girls are fighting good tonight. Summer
Cool, man.
There's our summer nights for the night. You know, I was telling John, I think maybe you were in there, Trev, too, in the green room before we started, that since I've gotten this guitar a few weeks ago and have been kind of doing some adjustments and upgrading, and, you know, we did the TransTrem pivot plate that was in here, which really, really improved the tone of this guitar, I think. The action on this guitar is a little bit lower than my GL2T. And tonight I was going to play the GL2T, but I hadn't played it in quite some time. So when I picked it up and started playing it tonight, I was like, oh man, this feels so foreign that I was messing up all over the place. Of course, I mess up with this one too, but it was just like, I don't remember how to play this guitar. So here we are with the GM1T tonight again. I think I probably need to raise the action just a little bit on this one. Uh-oh, I dropped something. What'd I drop? What the heck was that? Oh, my knob fell off my my spring adjuster.
What the?
So, yeah, there's something else I got to fix. That
There's
goes.
no tension on that at the moment.
That goes right there. So it's just a little set screw. I must not have tightened that down. I don't need that very often, but I'll get that reattached. Let me set that over here where I don't lose it. All right, so here we are. All right, what is going on over in the chat here? Let's see.
John's doing an enveloping. Maybe we should make them big.
Right on, right on. Let's see. Mitch Heyman is here. He's a little late, but that's all right. You were here for the good stuff, man. Wally in the box says, can't stay, just saying hello. Thumbs up. Right on, man. Right on.
Cheers, Wally.
Let's see. What else we got going on over here? Charles Green saying right on. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the comments in there.
No, same, John. Same. I still got mine. I'm saving that. I'm
Thank
actually
you,
going to
Dory.
put that in a frame somewhere. Ode to Quentin James.
There we go.
There we go. Quentin F.
One of us.
James.
Let's give her a rip.
Did he just send you one?
I got 2.
All right on. Let's hear it. Let's see if that pick increases your tone by 20%.
Tone. It's a pick. It works good.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're used to a little thicker pick like that one, right?
Yeah, I think this is still a little thicker yet than what I use.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have much flex to it.
Yeah.
But it's a cool little pick.
Yeah, it's
Sure does.
it's probably 1.25 or something. I use the one.
Do we get
one
the group
millimeter.
photo where we all do a little
There we go. That'd be something that if Quentin ever
thumbnail?
watches this,
Quentin
he'll
needs to get him a shot of that.
click clock.
I would say everybody go check out Quentin's channel, but everybody here probably is already subscribed to Quentin's channel.
Yeah.
Been working on anything new, John?
No, not. I've been super busy with work. I played for a little bit while I watched Under the Bus a little bit.
Right.
That's it.
Well, I have been doing a few things that I said that I was going to be doing, and finally catching up. You know, that's the beauty though of TransTrem Thursday. We've kind of trans-trimmed a little bit, and I can always change over to a different guitar, right? So
That's right.
So let's do that. Hang on. Got a little something going on here. Got a little incoming hot off the press. Let's see here.
Breaking news.
Straight in from. Thank you, Rob. Rob has given us the screenshot here. And let's see, get that going there. There we go.
Very nice.
Rob has screenshotted for us.
There it is.
Thank you, Rob.
That was awesome.
Just one thing missing.
That was quick too. What,
Just need
R2?
R2 in there. Yep.
Yeah. Maybe next show.
Sunday.
Or he might jump in tonight. We never know when R2 is going to show up. All right, so
He's been pretty consistent, though. We got to give him that.
he has. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Let's see. Charles and Mitch are planning a date together, I guess. Let's see. Ryan says he's working on some chord transitions. You know what you got to do, though? I mean, there was once a great guitar player with some excellent advice. And he said,
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm going to come looking for you if you don't.
Uh-oh.
let's see. Rob is saying, what about your Les Paul? Les Paul is right there. She's doing fine. You can see her right there in the corner. Right there. She's doing good. But there's something else that we need to show everybody. Let's see. What else did I see here? Kurt has a message for you, John, if you want to read that.
We love you. Hope you didn't, not at all, not even a little bit, but you've got to be accurate. Yeah, I was, like I said.
Yeah, there was a correction, Kurt.
You got to change it to Vietnam.
Talking to my wife, and she said, no, that was in Saigon, in Vietnam. So same story, different country.
Different country.
Same
He
Asian
was-
guy, though, you could still say.
I think that was the guy that jumped off the bridge and hit the boat.
Exactly. My arm too tired.
Oh, man. Mitch says, most people tell me to please stop playing.
Here.
Just keep practicing, man. Keep
Hanging
playing.
out with the wrong
Keep
people,
playing.
man.
Cheat says, we need a bass player on the show. All right. I wouldn't mind that. What I would really like to do one day is, no offense to you guys that come on here and play, is to find some local guys that I can get in here, get some electronic drums, get a bass player in here, and see what we can do as a live band in here, and pipe that on through the channel. I think it would sound pretty good. So eventually that'll be something that we do.
By
Living
we,
high-
by
living
we,
high life.
means him, not
Me,
us.
yeah.
Another highlight.
Well, we on the channel, Mitch says we won't be hearing him say "Go Ravens" this week. Nope, that's over. All right, so let me swap guitars because I'm going to show everybody what
He's
I
got
said
something for us. yeah.
said that I was going to do. So I'll be right back. Take it away, Trev, John.
Do you want to play something, man?
No,
All right. Just give us some interlude and we can chat.
exactly.
It's supposed to be pretty nice next week. Clouds are going away for a few days, and it's not going sub-zero.
Nice. These fucking strings, they gotta go. IRX sounds pretty good, though.
Yeah, man.
Is my mic on or am I muted?
Yeah, no, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So, I had been talking about something that I wanted to do with one of my guitars, and I finally did it. And let me make sure it's all tuned up here. And I think it sounds pretty good. Which reminds me too, if you're a fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm, the last season is starting soon. You ever watch that show?
Who? Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me turn my camera back on here. There we go. There we are.
And he's naked.
Hey.
He's got pants on.
So let's see if anybody can tell what it is that I've done. Doesn't that just sound?
That's got some chew to it.
It's got some girth to it, right?
You put it in a proper tuning.
So I took
Jimmy got it. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy's got it there. A couple guys.
He's probably got one that's just like that all the time.
I took my 5150 series and I put 11 to 49s on it. So not real heavy,
Yeah.
but I tuned it to D standard, and then of course with the drop, I calibrated it for a drop C. So right now it's in a drop C tuning, and it just sounds glorious. I hope I don't get a copyright for this, but I borrowed a backing track from somewhere, and I haven't practiced on this much, but let's see how this sounds. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Hopefully the levels are good. We'll see. Crank that just a little bit there. I tell you what, drop C, man. I'm digging it.
I really dig it.
I found that backing track, and I hope whoever's backing track that is didn't mind that we used it, but it just sounded so badass. I'm just gonna say it. That was just
got a lot
like,
of different aspects in it.
that was one of those that I heard it and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna groove right into that thing. And I've been practicing with different like modes. You know, I forget what they call them. But you get
Aeolian? Mixolydian?
That's got Phrygian written all
Phrygian,
over it.
also the double major harmonic, I believe, is one that I was looking at.
Double major harmonic? What the fuck is that?
It's
oh, look
it's
who's here.
It's very specific. Who's here? Hey, there it is. Welcome in, Boner. Good to see you, man.
Boner.
We got Jeff K has jumped in too. Welcome in.
Very nice.
Excellent.
Not to be confused.
Not
with
to be
Jeff
confused
H.
with Jeff H. Yep. I think that also Andy Carson snuck in while we were chugging. So welcome in, sir. See, Randy says I'm using 10 to 48 for D standard and drop C. Cool, man.
9 to 46.
The first thing that I noticed when I did the D standard was that Motley Crue songs sounded correct now, you know? So I'll be
Charles
working
Green would be all over that.
I'll be working on that one soon. There we go, Charles, right on. I tell you what, you know, I've kind of been stuck in, you know, I've been Van Halen fan for forever, you know. Van Halen. Oh, did I miss a
I thought I'd give you a chance. Time's expired, yeah?
Bruce, Mr. BHB, thank you so much. Sounds tough. He's digging it.
I put a picture in our group chat of Bruce back when he had the hair.
Right?
Yeah.
So jealous of that long hair, dude. Awesome.
Now, was this, let's see. Oh, shoot. Let's see.
That was from one of the earlier Ben Coombs shows.
All right, give me just a minute. I forgot. Let's see. I was having so much fun, I forgot to send a link to our secret guest tonight. So we'll see if they jump in soon. What was I saying? Oh,
we were talking about Bruce's hair.
Well, before that, I was talking about that I'd been a Van Halen fan, and you know, Alice in Chains, and you know, Motley Crue as well. But I never really thought of doing, you know, different tunings on a guitar, and you know,
I need to know.
Look at that.
Let me pull it up and see if
There
I can.
it is.
Oh, what? Oh, hang on.
What do we got to do to get you to grow that back out, man?
I wasn't sure if he wanted us to show it, but since you did it, I'll do it too.
I'll do it. I mean, it's public domain, right? I can go
It's
to
been
YouTube
it's been
channel.
on before.
He doesn't have a choice.
Right? You have no choice in the matter. Let's see. There we go. Dang, dude. Yeah, that was some nice locks you had there, buddy. There's our friend, Mr. BHB Jr. You see that a little better?
Yeah.
Handsome fella.
Right?
Right? That's catchy, that little tune there, wasn't it, John?
Yeah, it is.
So Sunday, everybody that comes on the jam better have a guitar that's in drop C.
That's your homework.
Yeah.
Randy Price is already all over it. And yeah, Jimmy Biker's
See,
all over it.
Jimmy
Figured as
says
much.
9.5 to 52 hybrid set for D standard. Right on. I'm finding that maybe it's just baby steps that I need to do, but this low string here, man, it feels like a freaking cable. It's so much thicker than anything that I've played before.
Sounds to me like it's been a while since you played your acoustics then.
Yeah. It just feels real. It feels
Mine.
it feels foreign on an electric guitar.
Half an hour on that acoustic feels like 2 hours on the electric.
Right. Sean says Sunday C day.
Yeah, I did.
So this will be Community Jam Drop C Sunday. I mean, come on. Getting into Boner Jam territory here. Maybe eventually I'll have one in Drop A or something. Let's see. Patty says Groundhog Day tomorrow.
Right.
Jeez. You know what? Graphite Cigar says get rid of some of the effects. It would sound even better. You know what's important about that comment is it sounds good to me. So
That's all that matters, man.
that's all that matters. You know. KXM Rock says, will it chug? I believe it will.
Indeed, it does.
Welcome in, Scott. Let's see.
Yeah, Fidget is minor all the way.
Kurt says, soon I will be wearing masks and getting neck tattoos and trying out for Slipknot.
Out in the basement.
What's that?
Hanging out in the basement.
Yes, sir. Got to come up with a whole new playing style now. I'm digging it though. I'm digging it, right? I mean, something new, something fresh. I'm digging it. Patty says, no tattoos, right? None planned, Patty. Say again?
If we've gone this far through life without getting a tattoo, we probably are not going to get one.
Right, yeah.
Closest thing's going to be a toe tag. Hopefully that's good.
Let me make sure I'm in tune here. A lot of old riffs that I've come up with and have done nothing with. I started playing on this. I was like, "Oh, it sounds awesome now." Here's a riff that I've been working on this for a long time and just never did anything with it. Yeah, I mean, you just get all kind of inspired when you try new stuff. So, right on.
Very cool.
Just get me off of that.
You see Kurt's suggestion?
Have an idea. Have Boner Jams join on Sunday. Man, it's open door,
I'd be happy
open
to have
community.
any one of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get on there, Kurt. Yeah, strap on, play.
Strap on, Kurt. Come on, that was quick there.
I'll give you a sensual massage.
Well, we've already had Caleb on one Sunday, so need to have all the under the bus boys. Kurt, Boner, I may have sent you something. Have you guys gotten that yet or no? I tried to send a gift to Jay as well, but he returned it before I was even able to send it. All right, we've got surprise guests coming here in just a minute or so.
Right on.
Fuck, I do got to put heavier strings on. It's just not taking it. Oh,
we got some guesses here. Is it QFJ? Nope.
oh, is it our rambunctious couple from the island?
Nope. No. We'll see here in just a few minutes.
Well, then
All
don't
right.
fucking tease it. Jesus. Don't guess, fuckers. Okay.
Well, they can guess. I mean, I can just say no, right?
Super secret special guest.
Jimmy Biter says he'd be down for some drop B riffage. You got to give me some time to get another guitar. I'll have
Get
to
down
do
that
what?
low. You're
I'll have
working
to-
the steps.
I'll have to
steps
get
down.
what, some 1252s or 1253s or something like
11
that.
to something. Yeah, 1152.
Patsy Grinder just came on in. Welcome in, Patsy. Good to see you.
Let's see.
Kurt says Jay is very picky what he wears. Does he need a make an OBGYN appointment or something?
Fish medium?
Rob is asking, have any of you guys listened to Duff McKagan's song Long Feather? I have
Was
not.
that the one he did with Jerry? I think it was something different. I heard the new one with Jerry, which was pretty good. The Jerry interview with Duff McKagan on Duff McKagan's channel. Outstanding.
I watched a little bit of that, but I just was not in the mood to watch the whole thing. So I'll have to go back and revisit that.
That's the Paul Gilbert? What a cool cat. He must be 6'8". He's huge.
Tall guy. Patty says, look at all the great people here tonight. Right on, Patty. Well, we went down from 70 watching to 56,000.
Just like
watching.
that.
Ooh, we're under 60 for the first time in the last hour.
Lars says, can you adjust the pickups on that guitar up or down? They're in here pretty stout. And I think they are mounted directly to the body.
Right.
So you could probably raise them, but I don't know why you would want to. Typically, they've got it all worked out so that when they screw them down to the body, that's exactly where they want them on these guitars. So he did a song with Cantrell. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
There's two of them on acoustic guitars sitting on a couple of bar chairs with the camera doing like 360s around. It's kind of tricky. It's a really cool tune.
It says, speaking of long feather. Let's see. Boner
Next
says
Next week.
Natalie was coming on tonight. That'll be next week. She said she could have come on real quickly tonight or for a much longer visit next week. So we opted for next week.
Choices.
And when I say we, I mean me.
But
Hey, we got set up by Marshall is here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. It says the Ibanez pickups are mounted the same way. They put springs into the pickups for up or down adjustments. Not the best idea ever, but works. Yeah, I think on this particular one, it is hard mounted, so it's not going anywhere, up or down. Now Paul McNary just jumped in.
Oh,
Welcome in, Paul.
And
Good to see you.
Cat. You're doing well, brother.
Boner says, "You're welcome on Sunday."
You got to show up with a guitar tuned to drop C.
he's got a tune up.
Yeah, he's in
Right.
drop B probably, drop A. Sounds good, John.
Really there.
It's King's X. Have you gotten any cigarettes?
Rob
Boy,
says
I have.
the tune is called "I Just Don't Know." Lars Guitar says he has the same guitar. You got the purple. What do they call this? The purple haze or purple days or something. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's worked out very, very well for that drop tune on it.
Have you used the kill switch at all with the new tuning?
I have not.
Gong, gong, gong.
I haven't. That just sounds horrible. And it just sounds so freaking girthy, right?
Yep. Using your girth.
Loving it, loving it. Who else do we have coming on in?
Mojo. Welcome to the party.
Where? I don't see. Oh, there he is. Welcome in, Mikey Mojo. Good to see you, man. Tell you what, you can always count on for Mike to send you like 800 Instagram stuff. Takes a while to get through them all,
Socials.
but
Yeah,
they are
pretty
appreciated. Send some cool stuff that I haven't seen before. Jimmy says, "Careful, drop tune riffage is addictive." All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Without further ado,
we have our special surprise guest, the man, the myth, the
Nobody
legend,
guessed it either.
Throb Johnson.
Robin Johnson. Hey, brother, how are you?
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah,
He's
man.
such a daft-looking chap.
I tell you what, this dude is probably the happiest dude that I have seen in a long time. Everything going on in his life lately. New girl,
Excellent.
new house, new guitars.
Good place to sit.
How are you guys doing?
We're
He's
doing
not in
good.
the
man.
kitchen, folks. He's not in the kitchen. We can't
Yeah.
tear apart his paper towel roll.
Yeah, I'm in the office area tonight. It's funny you guys say the man, the myth. I'm looking, who, where, who? You guys make my ego get big.
Well, thanks for jumping in, man. We
Sorry
appreciate
for
you
being
stopping
late.
in.
My
No worries, man.
Jesse's mom and dad called last night. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing after work tomorrow night?" And we were both like, "Well, we got the kids, so we had to find someone to watch them." But they took us out to dinner at an Indian place, so it was actually it's actually pretty good.
Right on.
No teepees or anything, but
No.
Give it about 3 hours. And then we'll
Yeah,
talk.
right.
Yeah, we'll talk again later and see.
Yeah,
Well,
if you get up quick, you'll know what's going on.
What's going on new with you, man?
Not too much. It's been actually it's funny. The last couple of weeks have been really, really, really good in a lot of ways, and kind of crazy. My dad, I almost lost my dad.
Oh no.
He's been dealing with cancer for the last couple of years. But
Fuck cancer.
Sorry to hear that.
the chemo knocked his immune system down, so he ended up in the hospital all last week, and it got pretty touchy there for a while. And they found the right steroid and got him squared away, and then we brought him home on Sunday. So he's actually been doing, knock on wood, pretty good. So between that and a bunch of other stuff and new guitar.
Look at there.
That's
Oh,
the
look
front
at
door.
some
Let's
other
see.
other cool stuff, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, man. Let's see that stuff. Let's see it.
Yeah. Well, first off, thanks for having me, guys. It's great to see you. I appreciate you jump in. Apologize for being late.
It is our privilege, man.
I'm actually sending a bill to Ryan. His fault that I got. No, I've, as most people know, I've owned my GL2T, same guitar Ryan has. I've owned mine for a long, long, long time, and I've always loved it. And one of the guitars I swore I'd never get rid of again. And but you know, it's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Did you guys ever hear the story of how I sold it years ago and ended up reacquiring it again? And,
Yeah, man. Let's hear it.
yeah. Well, I'll make that one quick, but I bought the guitar back in 1999, my GL guitar, and I always wanted one, you know, and I got it on eBay. And it came in and it was black and everything, you know, but the TransTrem, it had a version 1 TransTrem on it, but it was fried. It was just shot, you know. It played, but it didn't transpose or anything. So I talked to my buddy Scott Smith, and I said, what do I do with this thing? And, you know, at the time, Ed Roman was up and running. And I caught a hold of Ed Roman, and he wanted some like $6,000 to go through it. Whoa, you know, no, I can't do that. And then there's a company, and Ryan, you probably know who they are, Pikamoose, out of New York. And I sent the guitar to them. They put a new TransTrem on it and kind of went through everything. And I think this is back in 1999, 2000. I think it only cost me like maybe $1,500, $1,800 for the new bridge and to have everything. And I got it back, and of course, right off the bat, I striped the faceplate, and I had it for maybe 3 or 4 years. And you know, younger and kind of newly married, and that kind of, you know, ran into some money issues. Was still collecting guitars, and made the stupid idea to put it up on eBay and sell it. And I sold it for back then. I don't remember. It was probably like $2,500, which back then was not much. But this is back in like 2001.
Yeah.
And as soon as I shipped it out, I was like, I'm going to regret that.
Oh, man, yeah.
I always wanted another one. So fast forward 3 years later, it was like 2004. I'm on eBay one day, and I see this Steinberger guitar. I'm like, that looks just like mine, because at the time it had a little nick on down below where the 5150 was, because I painted it myself. And I'm like, gosh, that looks just like mine. And I couldn't remember who the guy was that I sold it to. I didn't remember. Well, back in, I sent the guy a message, and I said, hey, is this by any chance the guy that bought this guitar from me a few years ago? He writes right back, Rob, yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, I just don't play it. The thing's like brand new, and I'd love to have you have it back. And so he basically sold it back to me. He took it off of eBay because he wanted me to have it back, sold it back to me for the same price. He probably got a little bit more. I think I kicked in a little bit more for him. And he threw in the case and everything, and I got the guitar back.
Nice.
And it was just the coolest story, and I had it for years. And then back in 2019, when Don Greenwald was still alive for Headless, I drove out there.
Can I pause you for just a second?
Yes.
So we all know that this was CC that sold it back to him, and
Yes.
he has regretted selling it back to you ever since.
Yeah. He would get on my channel when I do a show. He'll get on and he'll be like, hey, you want to sell that thing back? It's funny. I was doing a show one night, and he writes in the comments, Rob, you know who this is? And I'm like, no. And he goes, this is CC. This is Rob, the guy that I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It was right on live TV, you know. Brought it down to Headless. Jeff Babbitts went through, refretted it, did the 0 fret EVH mod, buffed it up, put a brand new faceplate on it, which I had painted, and by another person, professionally painted, and just like Ed, so it came out great. All new electronics. The TransTrem was completely rebuilt, not because it really needed it, but I just said, go through this thing.
Make it new.
Got it in the master's hands, you might as well, eh?
I was just honored to have Jeff go through it, and it basically came back like a brand new guitar, and I've had it, you know, and just enjoyed it ever since then. And it's got a cool story behind it. But this guitar,
that looks awfully familiar there, Rob.
Right? This guitar is always one that I always said I really wanted. A, because it had a TransTrem on it. B, because I always looked. I said, this has got to be more balanced than playing this little broomstick thing, you know. Right. And it reminded me of the Kramer guitars that he played because it's a one pickup. It's got the TransTrem on it. It's black with a cream binding. It reminded me of the Humans Being video, PV Wolfgang.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
So many things about it that I'm like, this is just a one-stop shop guitar, and I want to have one of these. And then Ryan and I are chatting on the phone, Ryan, like a month and a half ago, and you're like, hey, I'm looking for this. I'm like, oh, you bastard, I was so happy for him, and he got it in, and then I'm looking at, hey, I just moved up to this new place here, and I sold my condo. I got a couple extra bucks kicking around. I think I need to get this, and I found this on Reverb, and believe it or not, I took a chance on it because it came from the Netherlands.
Ooh, okay.
I got pretty good feedback, but I'm looking at the thing, and it was just freaking clean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super
scratch
clean,
or wear on it.
Yeah, I mean, just really, really, really clean and nice, and super, super, super conditioned. The frets are great. So
Beautiful.
I went back and kind of talked to him, sent him a couple of messages, and pretty much just said, hey, what, I think I made an offer on it, and he declined it, and then we went back and forth, and then ended up getting it for what I wanted. It took about 2 weeks to get here, which wasn't too bad. It came in, and I got a hold of Ryan. I said, just give me a little refresher on calibrating these things, because he's the master at them. And I went through, cleaned up the TransTrem, took a few pieces apart, wiped them down with Q-tip oil, greased them up a little bit, calibrate. Is in absolute. The transpose is really good. I'm not plugged in or anything, and it just plays incredible. I lowered the action a little bit, and Ryan, you said this a few weeks ago. You said yours is going to be a player, and I'll tell you, I just love playing this thing. So this is a new toy. There's also a couple other guitars I picked up. One was at EVH Con a couple weeks ago. But,
How can you not go there and not leave with a guitar?
You got to have some kind of souvenir, right?
And
we'll chat about that whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ryan,
You brought it out. You can't just pull it out and put it back.
yeah, I know, right? Ryan,
That's what she said.
Ryan
Use
has
that thing, mister?
Hang on. He must have heard us talking about him. CC is here. He says, I'm jelly again.
That's twice in one show. You mention a person's name and they show
Yep.
up. Careful what you
Welcome in,
say, folks.
CC.
Careful what you wish for.
what's going on, CC?
Cheers, brother.
Good to see you, man.
Definitely good to see him. I always love
So yeah, let's talk about the guitar that I got. The TransTrem needed some love.
Yep.
So Rob and I had already been talking about RWB Precision, and I had purchased a pivot plate from them, and everybody saw that video of me putting that in live on a stream.
I love watching you work. I could watch you work all day.
Right? so we what happened?
I just
Press
grabbed
pause. Okay.
I'm here.
He's still here. He's just not there.
So we, Rob and I had already been talking about RWB, and he had already put a place order for one of their new completely milled TransTrem bridges.
Right on.
So for NAMM, I saw the announcement that they were like, okay, it's announced, it's here, we're releasing them. Everyone that was on the waiting list, you'll be shipping out. So you got your bridge, and you got it right there in your hand. Can we see a close-up look of that thing?
Yeah, I reached out to Steve, and what a great guy, amazing
Super guy.
And Ryan got some stuff in a few weeks ago, and you did an unboxing, and I was just like amazing. And Ryan, the same exact thing, the little pouches and
Right? The little air bubble.
Just the shipping package is impressive. Yeah.
they got this bubble thing. I mean, it's the most incredible stuff. They threw in this little tool,
Yep.
which I needed anyways. And
Yeah, he told me he threw mine in because he had heard I was a TransTrem connoisseur.
Excellent.
you
I
need
was
the-
like, cool.
yeah,
My reputation is preceding me.
Exactly.
yes, it is. It definitely is. I put my name in, I want to say it was between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I put my name in, and Steve from RWB said, yeah, I'm going to put you on the waiting list, and we'll let you know when we're ready to ship. He said, we're looking at the time, late December, early January. And I said, great. And I want to say that, is it okay to say what the price is on here, Ryan?
I don't see why not. I mean, we can look them up on.
If you want to tell us,
yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
Well, the price with shipping and everything was like 1,600 and 16 something.
1680, something like that.
Yeah. And these bridges, I'm telling you, the TransTrems, I mean, back in 1999, that's what TransTrems were going for. You know, they were going for between 1,500 and 2,000 back then.
See you, Andy. Take it easy, man.
Have a good one, Andy. And I was watching their website and listening to Ryan. Him and I were chatting, and he was getting some real good vibes from him. And as the time got closer, I started paying more and more attention to him and hearing what the relationship that they had with Headless and, you know, and Steinberger and all the help that they got in crafting these things. I was like, wow, this is the real deal. So I was really excited. And then it came in 2 days ago, and I unboxed it. I was going to do a video. It just got to be too crazy, and I ended up working late. I came home, and I'm telling you what, guys, this thing looks exactly, feels exactly like the real one. It's set up. Of course, there's no markings here.
Yep.
It's the rollers and the adjustments, the bar, where is it? Right here, the little unit that allows you to transpose and lock up or down in different steps. Yep. Exactly the same. Exactly.
I can just
being a car guy. That's like ordering in a crate motor. Right? Like, how come my keys black?
Yeah.
Watch Chevy crate motor.
Yeah. I can just see the quality of that thing.
Right. Yep. It looks very well machined.
Yep. Manufactured by RWB Precision Engineering, Los Angeles, California.
So we got to see the plate that Ryan did, but there's the whole ensemble.
Yeah,
the whole enchilada.
I'm telling you guys, this thing is the real deal. And no, I haven't actually put it on a guitar yet and used it. But I tell you, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. It's such good quality. I might save it for another project. My striped Les Paul was what this was going to go in, and it still might go in it, but I'm thinking I don't know. I got another project possible to work.
Hold on. Pump the brakes. So you're telling me you're going to have a Les Paul with a TransTrem?
He already has the Les Paul.
Yeah, I got that guitar.
Right. But you're going to put the TransTrem in it.
Well, because Eddie, it's a replica of what Eddie's was.
Awesome.
Eddie's had a TransTrem in it. It's supposedly the guitar he recorded Miwai's Magic on. It's kind of up to speculation. The bridge that I've had in that guitar since I got it from Chris Hubbard years ago, it's an S-Trem. So it looks like a TransTrem, but it's
same route, but
same exact mounting plate, everything.
It's not one of the guitars I normally play. So I was kind of thinking about,
you put a TransTrem in it, it might be.
Yeah, it might be. I guess what I'm thinking about, gentlemen, is this is such a great quality bridge, and it's so close to what the originals are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I might make a couple phone calls and do a project that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is the Fire in the Hole PV Wolfgang.
Well, when you make those phone calls, can you see if they'll make two?
Yes. Right. I'll chat offline, Ryan, because
everything in duplicate.
Might be interested.
Because I cannot let Mr. Rob Johnson have more TransTrem guitars than me. So.
Right. Well, see, it's funny because now he's got 3, and I have 2, but
2.5
with a TransTrem, so I just need the guitar. But
it's fun though. It's fun. It's addicting, these things. Once you play one, and it's just like any other guitar. You have another guitar with a TransTrem in it. It feels different. It plays different. It sounds different. But man, you got that TransTrem. You love playing with that thing.
It is just the funnest, most exciting little wiggle stick unit.
Well, more of a traditional guitar-shaped object, right?
Yeah.
Like you say, it's not a broom or a paddle. It's just
right.
Mm-hmm.
The curves.
I think this one actually, it's hard to see with the camera, but I think this one balances a little bit better. What do you think?
It does. For sure. Sitting here doing a show and that little broom hanging, it's not really supported anywhere else other than hanging on my neck.
On a strap. Yeah.
The GM1T, it kind of rests against my leg a little bit, and
Like a
it's
guitar
just
should.
and it just sits so much more comfortably. So yeah.
But I'll tell you guys, this if any of you folks have kind of been in the boat that a lot of people have over the years, I mean, I know it's not peanuts. It's $1,700 for the bridge, but it's finally possible again to actually build a guitar with a TransTrem.
Mm-hmm.
These people have done something that we've been waiting for folks to do for a long time.
Yeah. So don't be afraid of the price tag. You just have to have a guitar that will accept
If you
the
want
proper.
something that's made well
Yeah.
and it's going to last you a lifetime,
Yeah.
you spend the money on it. It's like chef's knife.
For sure.
Buy a good chef. I've still got my chef's knife from when I was 17. It's lasted me my whole life.
Now I have my guitar luthier here has a shop, and he plays in a Van Halen tribute band, or it's like a Sammy era type tribute that he does.
A Hagar.
Wendell, and he has a Spirit that he has routed out, and he's got a TransTrem in his Spirit, and it works pretty well for him. So
Yeah.
I
back
asked
to a
him
bound.
if he would be willing, if anybody wanted to send their Spirit guitar to him. He already has the template and everything. He's done it before. He plays one, so he knows how to do it. So if anybody's interested in doing that, I know a guy that can do
I
it.
know a guy.
Yeah.
I know.
So
Yeah, a friend of mine, Ryan, has one of those old Honers. The old,
yeah.
and
The GT3, I think.
Yep. Which is I had one way back in the mid '90s because that was the closest thing I ever could get.
Yeah.
And he same thing. He's a guitar luthier on the side, really really crafty guy. He put a TransTrem in his Honer, and the thing works pretty good.
Yeah. You may not get, because you don't have the graphite neck and the stability there, it may not transpose 100%, but I mean, if you want to do it a little cheaper, that would certainly be a way to do it.
I'd be
let's see,
worried about putting it on a Les Paul, wouldn't you guys?
No.
I wouldn't. I'd try it.
Now, what would you leave the headstock on it, or would you just like take it off like a circumcision?
leave it on there.
And then
Leave
you
it
put
on
like
there.
the little nut thing on the top of it.
Let me go get it. I'll show it to you. It doesn't have the bridge on it now, but I took it out. But hang on, I'll show you what it was set up.
Right on.
Yostinator has a question for me and Rob. Does refinishing a Steinberger to a color not original to the guitar devalue it? I guess that really depends on who you're selling it to. If you're selling it to a diehard Steinberger fan that wants it for its originality, yes. If you're selling it to someone that's going to want to play it, or they're going to keep it, I wouldn't
Did we say
it
hi
would
to Bo?
devalue it.
Did you see Bo come in the
Yeah.
bag?
Yeah, we saw him.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Bo.
Hey, Bo.
What do you think about that question, Rob?
What was
Refinishing a Steinberger to a color not original, does it devalue the guitar?
I mean, I think that's a tough question to answer. I mean, if somebody is a guy like us who likes the stripe guitars and is willing to pay a lot of money for an Eddie type stripe paint job, professional or not, it's not going to devalue it because that's what we want. But if you're someone who's a real Steinberger buff, and it might devalue it in that sense. But I think it all depends on the type of people you're looking at wanting to purchase the guitar, or if you ever decide you want to get rid of it.
Go ahead and continue showing. I'm going to grab something real quick and show just a little bit. I'll be right back.
Well, this was a Japanese. If any of you guys have seen Eddie's, it's actually, I think it's still hanging at 5150. This was a guitar, a Les Paul guitar, not this particular one, but it's pretty much an exact paint job of one of Eddie's guitars that Ned Steinberg.
Large body cavity.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm gonna make you.
Ned Steinberger actually routed out and fitted with a TransTrem. I want to say back in like probably late 80s, early 90s.
Crazy.
And Eddie, I don't think he ever played this on stage, but it's rumored that he recorded Me Wise Magic with this guitar. because that was recorded on the TransTrem. But then again, some folks said he did it on the Fire in the Hole guitar. Hard to say. But this was a Japanese Les Paul, a Chinese Les Paul, Chibson, or whatever you want to call him. It's really a great guitar. And Chris Hubbard purchased it, painted it a few years back. And the only thing that's different is Eddie had some different tuners on the headstock than what this one does. But Eddie's did have a locking nut. And I took the bridge out because, like I said, my plan was to mount this in there, which I still might do because it fits.
It does look pretty good.
Yeah. But I'm not sure. This is the bridge that I had in there before. It's in pieces, but it's an S trim.
Right.
And as you can see, it fits right in there, and it's got the, the little tension adjuster and everything. Right. But it fits right in there, and this is what I had in there that whole time. And it's an S trim, so you can pull up with a bar or down. But like I said, I don't know, Ryan. What do you think?
I just don't want to say myself.
I mean,
my pump to brakes is the lock nut thing, because knowing what I know, not being a player of such instruments, but seeing Ryan fiddle with his number 3 Steinberger TransTrem guitar, I guess at this point, with the lock nut instead of with the proper nut and calibrated strings, does create an extra challenge.
It is, and Eddie's Fire in the Hole PV Wolfgang was like that too. Ryan's going to have a little more information on you. Ryan, you said something about doing a thing, tuning it with the regular pegs first. I'm going to let you take that one.
Yes. Basically, what I did is I looked at a picture of Ed's PV Wolfgang, and there was a close-up zoom in of the bridge. So what I looked at was where these jaws were situated. On his, he had them in a specific spot with a little dot, and that showed exactly where they needed to be. So I'm assuming that what they did is they would take and they would string the guitar. They would not move these at all, and they would tune it at the tuning pegs with these in the proper position. And then once they got the strings set and everything and the nut locked down, you can make some minor adjustments. And I found that when I had these lined up almost exactly like he had his, which is very close to how you would intonate a Floyd. If you look at a Floyd, you'll see the saddles are almost in those same positions. Yep. But finding exactly how far back, forward or backward to put those really made a difference in the calibration on the guitar I have with the locking nut on it.
I'll bet. Yeah.
So you would leave those alone, tune it up here to pitch, make sure your strings are set and stretched or whatever you want to call it, lock it down, and then you could still make some minor adjustments back here with these. But as long as these stayed in pretty much that position, it really, really helped improve the transposing of it.
Now, Ryan, when you got to when you did all that, you strung it up, you tuned it on the pegs at the headstock, locked it on the nut, then went down and kind of somewhat fine-tuned it like a Floyd. Did anything change when you got into the calibration process of tuning it standard, locking it up one notch, tuning it, and then down 2 notches and using the little jaw?
No, it was all the same.
Really?
Yeah, and there's some little tricks that I've learned since. And the guitar right now, I've had it taken apart because I was looking at the TransTrem in it, for this guitar. I actually had swapped it over into here while I was waiting for parts for this one. And so I haven't restrung it yet, but I'm going to get some strings and restring it. When I had that one apart, I found another small issue with it, which I've corrected. So I'm hoping that maybe that was some of the issue that I was having. So I think if you know exactly what you're doing, the tricks that I've learned, I think that I may be getting very closer, to having that one done properly.
Anything, right? The more times you do it, the better you're going to be at it.
Yeah.
It's like every 5 years when you do the brakes on the car. The first one takes you 45 minutes. The second one takes you 15 minutes.
And like I said, there's little tricks that I've learned even with calibrating, these, and they're designed with the double ball end strings on it. Some of the tricks that I've learned is maybe going just a little bit sharp, when you're up in this position when you're tuning, and then as you go back down, you take that one to dead on, and then you kind of split the difference between them so that you get a more close range throughout. I mean, it's never going to be perfect, but I've gotten it to where actually this one right now is my best transposing guitar, even over the GL2T.
I have spent the last 2 weeks all over it, though.
Yeah.
It's
I've
definitely
spent a lot of
treated it
time on this one, but
Funny you said that. I did too. My new one, it locks. It's smoother. It's funny when I was doing when I had Steve and Matt over a couple weeks ago before con, and we did some videos and put up. Ryan, you mentioned, you were like, "Hey, you got to calibrate that thing."
Yeah, I was like, "You got to calibrate that thing." I could hear it.
I haven't touched that in probably about since I moved up here. So I got to sit down and calibrate it, which won't be hard. But I'll tell you, I just have been neglecting that guitar ever since I got this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing. But a lot of it too is you can go by a tuner and you can get very, very close. But even like you hear that Ed, like for what do you call it? Running with the Devil. He lowered his B string a little bit. Yeah. There's some little tricks that I figured out you can do with the Steinberger that as you go through your transposing, it may not be dead on, but it sounds better to the ear.
Yeah.
When you've adjusted it. So,
yeah.
There's just little tricks and stuff that you get on it.
Yeah.
Well, I took a page out of Pete Thorne's Bible. Big fan. Yeah. And I tuned my B to the D.
Right.
I make the D. And the B is always just a little bit compared to that D. That maybe might, depends on the guitar, depends on the pressure. There's a lot of variables going on there, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's something that I'm glad that you said that. With a transposing guitar, when you go down to like I do that drop B stuff, of the.
Speaking of B.
The. When I play that, man, I am just barely touching the strings.
Yeah.
Because if I push harder, it's going to go way out. So, but when I barely touch, so
that's one of the tricks of the trade with these guitars. Because, like you said, when you go higher and you playing standard or you lock it up, it really doesn't change that much. But when you go lower, you got a lot of string slop.
Mm-hmm.
You really got to change your technique a little bit.
Yeah, you got the floppy strings, man.
The harmonizer helps out a bit too.
Well, and that's where hours in the saddle pays off too. Like even you guys are just both saying that after spending hours and hours on that guitar, you go back to your GLT2, and it's different. Rob. It doesn't feel the same.
See you, buddy.
Cheers, Rob.
Let's see. We got some comments here from CC.
Mm-hmm.
It says, only if you refinish back to Edwards, you're all good, in my humble opinion. I guess talking about refinishing the guitars.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did CC say? It says, I've been tempted to do color changes on higher-end guitars myself, and the white is stunning to me, but I would do a faceplate with no hesitation when applicable. Okay, so that's kind of along the lines of where I'm going here in a minute. Edward would say to me in the 90s he liked the solid colors, and if I recall, I said, Edward, I don't believe you.
1996.
What are you talking about?
Stacey's got a good point there. In the 1996 NAMM show, you can watch the video where Ed's being interviewed and he's playing the Black Humans Being Wolfgang. It was right before they did the video, a little bit before because his hair was still kind of short. But he's playing the black guitar, and he says in that interview, I know I'm known for playing a yellow amber guitar, but he says the thing could just be wood for all I care. I'm going for tone. And he goes, I like solid colors. And I know he said, I just heard the interview the other day, and I was like, whoa, which is funny because
all these years striped up, crazy looking guitars. Yeah.
And then yellow, amber, and purple, and all the, the trendy colors and everything. and then he goes to he played an ivory color for a little while, PV Wolfgang, and then the black, and then eventually went to the the tobacco and the purple and the 90s.
Yost, it's funny that you say that because I actually had a conversation with my painter. I was like, "Can we do some stealth ghost stripes on here?"
I was wondering if you're going to go that route.
Yeah, and I mean that would be cool, but I don't know. I think I'm going to keep this one original, but kind of on that same vein. This is what I was going to show a minute ago that I got up for. Let's see. CC says, and we would go back and forth on how the rest of us like and want his striped ones. Edward would say, why would anyone want my guitar?
I'll bet that was a great conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with my GL2T, I was kind of concerned about, originality because the one that I got was considered near mint condition. So, I purchased an additional faceplate and had it painted. So, never before seen on live YouTube,
This
not that I know of, is
See this.
The original?
Nice.
Jesus.
Good.
The
Fun.
original faceplate
Oh.
for it.
Nice. Look at that beauty. Damn, that's Ryan. What year is yours?
I believe it's an 87.
Yeah.
And this is original. There was nothing updated or changed that I know of on this faceplate.
It looks new.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we heard you unpack it from the bubble wrap. We know you keep it safe.
Yes.
Now, with something like that, or even the one that you have on there now, we were looking at that one the other day that only had it had the humbucker and the single coil, or was it single coil?
Mm-hmm.
Right. There was. Can you swap out the plates to change up your pickup configuration, or do you have to do?
Absolutely. And I thought about that. Finding me a fixer-upper and putting this one on it. Or I could take this one, put it back on the GL2 that I have, and then put that other faceplate, on something else. But, yeah, as far as I know, this was the original faceplate with no modifications. I don't know.
Not a scratch on it. Easy. You're putting fingerprints on it now.
Yeah.
Can we see the
But,
backside of it?
what are you doing,
Absolutely.
Ryan?
So you've got EMG 85 and 85.
Both gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that thing is mint.
Yeah.
There's the electronics. The electronics may have been updated. I don't know.
Where's the battery go?
Have to
Battery.
ask Jeff. The battery goes.
In the back body.
Well, there's a little plug right here,
Right. Okay.
so that when I switch it over, I plug that in right there.
Yeah.
So,
Ryan,
Yeah.
how many years have you owned that to the GL2T?
going on third
12?
year now.
Third year, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't mind my asking, where did you get it from a guy that just had it as a case queen, or?
No, I got it from Don. I got with Don and told him, what I wanted.
Yeah.
And told him I wanted one that was in really, really good shape. And he says, I got one that is near mint that Jeff just finished up. And this was it.
Wow.
So,
If you
Yeah, I
take
mean,
out a
that-
second mortgage on your house, you can have it.
yeah.
Seriously.
Well, you want something since you were a kid,
Yeah.
watching Eddie jump around on Live Without a Net playing that thing.
Yep.
So eventually you'll find a way to do it. Uh-oh, I think I'm going in backwards.
That's what she said.
That's what you.
Oh, jeez.
Not that one.
The other one.
A little lower.
I'm sorry.
That's back to
I'll
you.
give it a shot.
What's
So,
my
yeah.
birthday? Come on.
If I ever want to, if I ever want to put it back to original,
That's all you got to do.
I've got
Flop
it
her
all
over.
wrapped
Right.
up right here.
Nice.
You know, it's kind of funny. I got some pictures. I might even have one handy, which I do have it handy. In a second, I'll grab it and show it. But I got pictures early in the 5150 tour where Eddie's playing his GL2T, and it's still black,
Still black.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
painted. And then I think it was Jim O'Connor painted the faceplate for Ed, and then he played it, all through the rest of the 5150 tour, the 88 tour. And then in 1990, when they did the grand opening of Cabo Wabo, I believe Ed had two of them. He had two.
of them.
And
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, one of them was striped and one of them wasn't. But the one that wasn't striped, I don't think he got the second one. And that's pretty good. We got to give you some Drano or something.
Exactly.
Champagne or beer.
Gonna mute you in a minute.
The grand opening at Cabo Wabo, and I think it was April of '90. That was the last time known live that Van Halen played Summer Nights. Was in the opening of Cabo Wabo, and he plays the other GL2T with the blackface plate.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Ryan? Let me see if I can that. It's kind of a cool little thing.
And if you'll notice on that video, what he does, everybody's always asked, how does he keep the smoke on the end of it?
Right.
Yeah.
On the Cabo Wabo one, this is really tight right here, this band. But there's a little band right here. Let me show this. This little band that goes over the strings.
Yeah. I need to get one for my new guitar.
This guitar came with a package of about 5 of them.
Oh, I need to get one.
What's that do? What's
Give
its
Natalie
purpose?
a shout. The purpose of this is if you break a string, it keeps
Right.
it from flying out of this end.
Oh, okay.
So you don't necessarily need it. But man, this is a brand new one that I changed, and it is really tight. But anyway, he took the rubber band and he stretched it over this way, and he would stick his smoke underneath the band with it.
Squish the shit out of
here.
the smoke, wouldn't it?
So at least on the Cabo Wabo, that's what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think on the striped one, I think he had some sticky tape or something on the end. We got, there's a question that I saw here somewhere. There it is. 40 Grit says, Ryan, what's a good price for one of those? There's a restored one on Reverb for $8K. Well,
Pretty good price.
you
Fair.
have restored ones, and then you have restored by Jeff Babbitt's.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So, Headless USA, Natalie has one for sale right now, which has the original version 1. Well, it's a version 1.5. It's been converted, but it's got the TransTrem that everybody longs for.
Yeah.
And I think she has it advertised for $12,500.
Jesus Christ.
If that had
1,200.
if 12,500, if that
Does
had the
cost
same,
$4 for a loaf of bread these days.
I think if that had the same restoration, but it was a version 2 TransTrem, I think it would be $10,000.
Yeah.
So, if you have one that's near mint restored, I think that's what you're going to pay.
Yeah.
Whoever restored this one for $8K, maybe that's a pretty good price. You got to be
So you
careful
haven't seen-
because you may get it and the TransTrem doesn't transpose. It may need to be
It's a
rebuilt.
Spirit Trem with he's got a couple
Right.
of sticks
Yeah.
there.
Trust and DNA,
But if you get one that's been restored, probably 8K is going to be the least that you'll see.
Yeah.
You got to be real careful with them too, that you don't overpay for one that needs a whole lot of work to it, because they are expensive to restore.
like
Yeah.
having a Corvette.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, when I brought mine down to Jeff to have him go through it, I didn't need to. It still played fine. It transposed fine. I mean, it needed the fret. I mean, it could have used new frets, but it was one of those things I've always wanted to do to it, because I just knew it was one of those guitars that I always wanted to have, and I wasn't going to have another opportunity to, to put some cash into it. But just to have everything done to it that I had done cost me, and this was back in 19, cost me $3,600.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Yep.
And I, it took me a little bit to swallow it, but I did, because I said this, Jeff Babbitt is doing this, and I'll tell you, the thing is like brand new,
Yep.
As me.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you find one for sale that somebody has and you pay $5,000 for it, did you get a good deal? Because you might need to put another $3,000 in it, and then you're just right up to what it would have been to get one that was already restored properly by the person who probably built it, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So got to be careful. Got to be careful.
I wonder if he ever has moments where he's working on a guitar and he kind of has a flashback to, I remember this guitar.
Well, it's funny because I had emailed Jeff about something, and I said, "Oh, here's a picture of mine. If you don't remember," and he goes, "Oh yeah, I remember serial number 50."
Right.
He
Remember
just
that one.
rattled it off. Yeah, I remember that one.
I mean, it's like going on a date with a hot chick. A different chick every time.
I think it's like all of his kids. He's like, "Oh yeah, I remember serial number this and that." Yeah. So
A couple cool pics. Here's a pic of Ed playing it.
nice.
There we go. Yeah.
One, yeah. You can even see the Steinberger on there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right? That was the plate you were just holding up, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Couple different ones here. Here's one of them playing the 1984 Kramer.
Nice.
Probably for good enough. And but yeah, and I got one other one. I got a couple other. Here's one of them playing one of the 5150 backup Kramers because it's got the pointy headstock.
Right.
What's the timestamp on that, Rob?
This is 1986, the 5152.
Right on.
Yep.
Mhm.
I was
Um,
17.
I was, let's see, how old was I in 86? I was 13.
I
All
was
right.
probably the babysitter
So,
that got you booze and
any-
cigarettes.
Anybody that remembers Robbie Stingle saying that there were several of those bodies that went out of Kramer, there you go. There's all those
Yeah.
different guitars and bodies. So that's likely what he was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Let's
it
see what-
really sucks that Eddie kind of stopped with the TransTrem for,
But he
for a while
he,
there,
he
right?
didn't. He didn't really. I mean,
Well, what did he do? Pleasure Dome after like he didn't do anything on OU812 with it. He didn't do anything with it on the Fuck album except really. I mean, you almost could have done that with any guitar on Pleasure Dome.
Yeah, he did. We did Me-Wise Magic with it. He did
Yeah.
Fire
in a Hole.
Fire in the Hole. Yep.
There was one more though, didn't he?
He did it Up for Breakfast or something. Had on it. Yeah, one of those two with Sammy had it on, I think.
Or Learning to See, or
Yeah. You're right, Robbie.
yeah. I thought there was one more though too. He dubbed around with it a little bit, but you're right. He never really brought it back out again. I mean, '98 I think was the last time he came out and did Fire in the Hole with it. But what's interesting though, and I'm sure Ryan you know this, but back in 2015 when Jeff got Eddie Steinberger back and went through the whole thing again,
He was.
made a comment that
Fans want to see it.
fans want to see it, and I firmly believe that I want to believe that he was definitely using it, because when Roth came back into the studio, when Wolf, Ed, and Al were jamming, they were playing Get Up.
Yeah.
Roth came in and goes, "What's Get Up?" Wolf erased it because Wolfie says that. So my guess is Ed was using that guitar again, and I really believe it was probably going to make an appearance again. I don't know how they would have, worked it with EVH and all that, but he was definitely tinkering with it again.
I mean,
I'll bet.
he was Eddie Van Halen. He owned EVH, so I mean, he could do whatever he wanted.
We get to hear the published works. I mean, there was probably all kinds of shit that went on with that thing behind the scenes.
And with all the stuff that's going on with Roth right now, with all the stuff that he's spewing, it was probably him that was like, "We're not playing that song."
Right.
Yeah.
So
I don't know the
Yeah,
words
that-
to that one.
Like, I mean, Summer Nights to me is the pinnacle of it, and then right after that is Me-Wise Magic, man. That was just killer.
well,
Killer.
I think the reason that he maybe didn't use it as much is because he had already written all the cool riffs that you could
You
ever
got
write
them all
on
out
a-
of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure he went through thousands, right? I hear those ones that weren't published would be. There's
I
gotta be
bet-
tapes in 5150 studio.
I bet you there's all kind of good stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, somebody was saying that I don't remember who it was, and I don't believe it's the case, but somebody was saying that thing for Back to the Future, that little riff that he played, was with a Steinberger, but I don't think it was. I don't.
Sure it was with the headphones on.
You think that was a Steinberger?
Absolutely, you can hear he's pulling chords, right? And he's going. They're all in tune. Listen to that.
Yeah, I have to check it out again. Maybe you're right.
I'm
Could
almost
be.
positive.
The time frame would have been right, 1985.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably fresh in his hands, and he's playing with it, and making all these noises.
Yeah,
What can it do?
yeah. Seriously, yeah. He was
Mikey.
always, yeah. And that was the only guitar that he ever had where you could pull up on the bar, because Eddie always wanted,
Mm-hmm.
were always flush mounted. And there's videos of him out there, the Jason Becker, when he was at Jason Becker's house playing his guitar. He goes, "Oh, yours pulls up."
Yeah.
He wasn't used to that, but the Steinberger he did,
Yeah. And he used the hell out of that thing. Like
Yes,
even
yeah.
without the necessarily using the transposing thing, just the way he'd play a chord and he'd go,
When Ryan's playing those tunes and he's giving her and he's shifting gears, I can feel it. Like it's a flashback to the car and the Camaro with the chirping the tires.
Yeah, for sure.
There it is.
And Edward kind of drove like that, from what I hear. I mean, he did make it down to Soldanos pretty quick. A Jeep, no less. Could you imagine driving 90 miles an hour in a fucking
special.
Jeep?
Yeah.
40 Grit says, man, 12K or capo? I'm torn. Well, I've always given the instruction
Right? Oh, are you going to do it?
on how to use your capo. Have you?
It's funny when he has a TransTrem and then uses a capo. That's awesome.
Right.
It's been a minute, so this should be good.
Yeah,
So
right.
You capo the 3rd fret, and probably turn it up. Pick up a pick. So
That was the best that's ever sounded.
there's the capo trick for you.
Yeah.
Very good. Very well.
Except what happens when you go to the solo section.
I've never been able to do it, but there's some people that can play that without a capo, and they just do this weird long stretch. And
You know who else is not able to do that?
Joe Satriani.
he's going on tour this summer.
He's going to be all over it, man. He's Satch. Come on.
Yeah, I think he's going to do fantastic.
I've seen some things about he's getting some special gear made. He's going to go out.
Well,
It's a busy year, man. He's doing G3. He's doing just him and Vi, and he's doing the Sammy thing.
Sammy tour.
see, that's what I read, that he was having. Who is it? Is it Two Rocks, or who am I thinking of? The amp maker? No, it's the name is slipping my mind, but he's having someone make him an amp to kind of mimic.
Yes.
The live without a net kind of tone is what he was going for. So if he's going to that process to get that geeky about it, why would he not come up with a guitar, that's got a TransTrem on it?
Yeah.
Either that or else because he's Joe.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You got to show up with the flatbed and your whole fucking rig on it at the back of the fucking studio. At least
The
for
40
the Georgia show.
45
Right.
kVA gen set, whisper watt running to power everything.
Yeah.
But knowing Joe, if there's
There it is.
anybody on
Third
the face
power.
of the
Thank you, KXM.
if there's anyone on the planet that could figure out how to do it without a TransTrem, it would be Joe.
Yeah. But at the same time, I
Doesn't sound the same.
hate to say it is never going to sound the same, because you just can't, you can't go. You just can't get that growl. You can't do it. I've said it nearly every show.
Yeah.
Third Power is a good company. I've heard. Look up their kitchen sink amp.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds great.
Yeah. I wish that somebody would come up, and I think they were close. Third Power, they had these triangular cabinets.
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Where
yeah.
you could do like a wet, dry, wet with
wet.
it. Yeah, and it would take up less space. Did you ever see that, Rob?
I did. Yeah.
Those are really cool.
Yep.
I wish that somebody would just make an amp that you're like, okay, this is your right, this is your left, and then this is your center. Just turn it on, put your stereo effects through the effects stereo effects.
There is something. When I was building my wet dry wet rig, I looked at it, and it's three 12s or something in a cab, and they're all separate, but you don't get the separation.
You don't get the separation. Yeah.
But it's a cool idea. Pete did a video on it, actually.
Oh, I remember that. It was all in one cab.
Yeah,
the
because I sent it to you before I went and got
That's
other
right.
cabs and shit.
That's right.
Yeah. And I think you came back and you kind of went, yeah.
Right.
Whatever.
I do remember that. Yep.
You could also do wet, dry, wet with Axe Effects too, if you wanted to, John, or something stupid.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, you can do it with a pod bean. You can go stereo, I guess. So whatever your personal desires are.
No, I'm happy we went the way I did.
You're fancy.
So Rob, I think that it is your and I responsibility to learn all of the Van Halen TransTrem tunes.
I think so. I was. I can play most of Get Up. I can play pretty much most of Summer Nights. Me-Wise Magic. I used to play a little bit, and then I just kind of, I got bored with it. I mean, the main riff and everything, but it's just got so many cool growls to it. It's Pleasure Dome, Fire in the Hole. I mean, that's the riff is pretty simple, but I kind of figure it out.
A lot of stuff, I'll go. It's not like it used to be. We'd look at tab books and go, how are they playing that like that?
Right.
Now you go on YouTube and you look up, your Lay It Down from Rat, and somebody can show you how to. But you look up TransTrem songs,
good luck.
And there's crickets. There's nobody to show you what he's doing.
Right.
So most of the stuff that I do, on the I get
TransTrem Thursday.
I guess on it, and I know a lot of it's probably not right, but
It works, man.
sounds pretty close.
It sounds very close. Very, very, very.
How else you could do it?
There's not a lot of guys out there. I mean, you can get on YouTube and you can type in Summer Nights, and you'll see a couple of guys other than Ryan and me, a couple with me maybe up there, but doing it. And they do a pretty decent job, but there's not a lot of TransTrem stuff out there.
No.
Yep.
Isn't. And I mean, I know guitar players that have been playing guitar for years and years. A what?
Mm-hmm.
That goes for taking them apart and putting them together again too, like Ryan's doing. I mean, if you go when you were first thinking of doing that, I mean,
Seriously.
I hit my Google search and it came up with a bunch of nonsense, and it was like, wow. Okay.
I can't believe how I can't believe how nervous I was to try it. Now it's just like, whatever, give me that thing.
I was shitting myself watching him do it. It's like, oh my God, you're destroying. Oh, what are you gonna do? Ye of little faith, eh?
The quintessential point of that video was when he found the washer that he left behind.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was, oh yeah, he got it.
And I've learned some new things about the washers. Maybe you don't always need those washers.
It depends.
Maybe somebody that had the guitar before you put the wrong amount of washers in it. So there's a couple tricks that I've learned there too. But
it doesn't stay in tune anymore. Throw it away. Get another bridge.
Yeah.
We did do it twice.
Mm-hmm.
When you put the plate on.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I did it a third time afterwards.
The second time, it was awesome. I mean, he was like, I know he's got it figured out. He's got to hold this just a little bit like that, and leave this a little bit like that, and there we go.
Pushing it so your cantilever thing's going the right way. And
well, see, this was not shown on video, and I hadn't, said it before, but I didn't find that it was necessary. But afterwards, after the video was done, I had it in the guitar, and I found that I was like, man, this is a little stiffer than I think that it should be. So I took it apart again, and I removed another washer and then put it back together like I had before. And I was like, yep, there we go. So just tricks to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
Take it apart, put it back together.
Mm-hmm.
One of my
cool
favorite
thing
things.
is it's such a niche piece of kit that, to have somebody as brave as you to go and do it is pretty special, because there is nothing out there. I mean, really, even TransTrem content. You outside of this, you go and you got Reeves Gabriel playing one of those teardrop looking things. You know,
Some Vito Blata, maybe.
yeah,
I think that I found maybe one or two people that showed how to
Gilmore.
calibrate it, with going the up and down, but nothing with the internals of it. But I have found out that people that have them,
yeah.
they know. A lot of them know. They've taken it apart. They've done stuff to it.
Exactly. Take it apart, put it back together.
But there was
Do it again.
I have an old form, a 3-page thing I printed out years and years and years ago that say how to calibrate. Ryan, you probably got the same instructions, and I can't find that anymore anywhere. And I need to. I mean, I got a refresher from Ryan. I mean,
Sounds like an offline hang.
Yeah.
Like an offline hang to me.
yeah.
I remember back in the days of the VH forums. I think it was actually you, Rob. You were the one guy in the guitar forum that had a TransTrem. Was that you?
Yeah, it was probably me. I mean, I think there might have been. Scott Smith had one, but he was kind of silent in those forums. I was pretty much one of the only ones that posted a lot, and had one. But
David Allen, didn't he have one?
Right, did yep.
Yeah.
What was your screen name there? Do you remember?
5150 Rob.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was home unit over there.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. Actually, I still jump on VH links once in a while.
It's still there, eh?
Still there, yeah. And they got the guitar room. I mean, it's not as
active, I guess.
Active as as it used to be. I mean, that guy Alan Garber's still on there, and he's still talking about all his tunings and and how to tune.
Brett's still running the show, and
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
What was it? Sacto Fan and all those old boys.
And
that was a long time ago, eh, man?
Yeah,
holy smokes.
Well, you'll get on there now, and you'll bring up a thread, and the last post was from 2008.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think last time I was there, I went there when Ed died, and I just said what I said, and that was that.
Yeah.
But time flies, man.
It does. It's pretty silent out there now.
So how are you coming with your dojo? It's all set up and the 5150 dojo?
Yeah, everything is pretty much all set up. Everything's good to go, and the office is set. Yeah, amps are all set up. The only thing I need to do now is mic that shit up so I can record the way you do.
Yep. Well, give me a call or, let me know one weekend. You got nothing
Get yourself
going on.
a Roadcaster with your extra cash.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, we need to get you live and in charge, coming in jamming with us, man.
Every Sunday. We'll wrench you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about information talked out.
Yep.
2.5 hours, a good stretch, man. That was a good run.
Yep. See, Kurt says Roadcaster is the ticket.
Man.
Yeah, that's the thing that ties it all together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of folks are coming in with their little interface and doing it all through software with the guitar effects and so forth. And a lot of it sounds good. I can hear the digital in it,
Yep.
And I don't know.
Well, it's no different than when I have to play like today on Thursdays, right? I mean, the best thing out there is the IRX, and it, to me, compared to the real one, it sounds like.
Yeah, your tone sucks, John. I'm just messing with you. No, it sounds good.
But it's like no, there's nothing like.
It doesn't sound as digitally as some of the other stuff, but it just does not sound like it's punching.
That's right.
Like your amp does. So
yeah. Anyways.
Anyhow, Rob, you got anything else?
No, I don't. Like I said, I'll be available next week, and I'd like to do a show on my channel here pretty soon, and have a couple of you guys on for sure. Have all you guys.
Awesome.
Kind of really fun. I've been neglecting my channel for a while, since the move and everything. But now that things are kind of settling down, and
your channel, Rob, is Rob 5150 EVH.
Yeah, Rob. Geez, can you know my name? Yeah, hold on.
plug you up.
Rob, if you just type in the chat on YouTube, I could.
It should be in the description here.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, you put it there already, right?
It's been there for a long time. Actually, I think if I do this,
there it is. Sorry.
if I do that, I don't know if it'll come up. I may have disabled some of those.
Yeah, it's there. I'm looking at it right now.
There it is, right there.
It's in the description. So pretty
Done
much
subscribed with notifications. You better get posting something, buddy.
Yeah.
Ring the bell, folks. Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
So yeah, I'd like to come over and hang out on your channel and do some stuff over there. Yeah. Because you have more subscribers than I do, so I need to get those over here.
Hey, I'm sharing is caring. You know, what's up, Kurt? How you doing, my man?
Right.
Yeah, it's funny. The Howard Stern show, Steve Nowicki was on there today, and he was showing pictures of my guitar room right on Howard Stern. So
cool.
He was talking about me and the guitars, and Howard's like, well, Steve was like, oh, this guy's been, collecting guitars for years and years. And Howard was like, well, does Rob play? And he's like, oh, yeah, he plays. And so it was kind of cool to get a little mention on Howard Stern,
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Well, any more mention that you need to bring up our YouTube channels, man.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cool.
See, Zach.
Get some more exposure out there. Yeah. All right. So, next Thursday, Natalie says that she's going to come on. So if you'd like to meet Natalie, can introduce you to. I'll tell her that you're the man that's going to be spending a lot of money with her soon.
Chatting on Messenger.
Prospect investor.
Right. Yeah. But, we'll see you back next Thursday. Maybe something this weekend over on your channel. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
But
sure. Yeah.
Obviously, we're back on Community Jam Sunday. We've changed the name of it, so I got to get used to that. Community Jam Sunday.
I like that.
It'll
2
be
o'clock Pacific.
It's going to be Drop C Sunday, at least for
Drop C Sunday. There you go.
Yeah. Did you hear us earlier when you were out at dinner? I've got the guitar I tuned to Drop C.
I'll have to go back and check it out. I'll go back.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We'll do a little jamming on that on Sunday. You're welcome to come in and jump in, man, if you want to jam.
See what I got. Yeah, I'll be in touch.
All right. So we will see everybody then Sunday, and then if we see you before, we'll see you before. Back again next Thursday. We'll have Natalie, and hopefully Andy. We'll get him straightened out and get some information about some of the NAMM stuff and anything that he can share with us.
We have to start studying the solar
flares.
Yeah, so we can get a clear signal.
Yeah,
we're good. It's been a while since we had a solar.
What is that during the Star Wars movie? It says, take us out of the asteroid field so I can get a clear signal to the Emperor or something like that. I don't know.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Need to get on out of the asteroid field. Let's go. Yeah. All right. So let's get on out of here. We will see everybody next time, and until then, I guess
we'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Some form or another.
What's tomorrow? Friday.
Friday.
We'll see everybody. Friday. Later, everybody. Enjoyed it. Have fun. Have a good night. We'll see everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Building backwards, living backwards.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
I'm going to play. I promise. I promise. I'm going to play.
Love is got to